I knew the truth, but it's tough to stop once you start.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo Glow, and today we're counting down our picks for the most notorious moments when celebrities weaved a tangled web of lies and were eventually caught in it. Number 10. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Though Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt would initially deny allegations of an affair, many did think it was a very big coincidence that the scandal broke out the same year that Pitt and then-wife Jennifer Aniston ultimately divorced. During the proceedings, Jolie would claim no infidelity took place and cited her father's cheating on her mother as ample deterrent. And yet, just a few months after the divorce was finalized, Jolie announced her pregnancy with Pitt's child. In 2008, both Jolie and Pitt would refer to Mr. and Mrs. Smith as the movie where they, quote, fell in love.
Hey honey, I should probably tell you, I was married once before.
Number 9. Lil Kim. Some lies can get you jail time. That's what Lil Kim found out during a court proceeding in 2005. She told a federal grand jury that her co-manager Damian Butler and bodyguard Swift Jackson were not involved in a 2001 shootout in front of radio station Hot 97 in New York. She also claimed to have not been on the scene or to know one of the suspects. But Lil Kim ran into big problems when security footage was released, showing that not only was Kim there, but so were Butler and Jackson. This misrecollection earned the rapper 366 days in prison, 30 days house arrest, and 3 years probation. Number 8. Paris Hilton. After serving jail time, Paris Hilton appeared on Larry King Live to talk about the experience. During the interview, King asked the heiress if she'd ever taken drugs, and twice she denied it. Photos began to pop up showing Hilton smoking the green stuff, though, and perpetrators of a 2008 robbery claimed to have found other narcotics in her Hollywood mansion. However, what cast the most doubt on Paris's drug-free claims was when she was arrested on suspicion of drug possession in 2010. A suspicion cast due to 0.8 grams of the stuff being found in a handbag that also contained her credit cards, phone, and driver's license.
Today, she admitted she lied.
I was in possession.
Number 7. Beyoncé. In a 2008 interview with Marie Claire UK, Beyoncé appeared to imply that some of the lyrics to her 2006 single Irreplaceable weren't actually aimed at Jay-Z. Prompted by an onstage claim that B wrote the song for her ladies, Ne-Yo came forward saying he had written the lyrics himself, for himself. Ne-Yo went so far as to express regret for giving the song up, although he acknowledged it was better suited to a female artist. The singer also confirmed that Beyoncé rewrote the song's harmony and melody lines, and thus did in fact earn her songwriting credit, just not for the lyrics.
She did. You know, she put her spin on it. If you're gonna do it the exact same way I did it, you might as well let me keep it.
Number 6. Stephen Rannazzisi. Given the profound tragedy of the September 11th attacks, it's certainly not a good idea to falsely claim to be a survivor. The comedian and actor had previously described working as an account manager at Merrill Lynch in the South Tower on that fateful day. He claimed to have narrowly escaped the building shortly before the second plane hit, citing the experience as his motivation to move to Los Angeles to pursue an entertainment career. However, a New York Times investigation proved that it was all a bold-faced lie. Not only did Rannazzisi never work for Merrill Lynch, the company didn't even have offices in either tower at the time.
You don't need to lie about that. Take that back.
Number 5. Millie Vanilli. Millie Vanilli was hot in the late 80s, but soon after, their lip-syncing facade began to crack. Charles Shaw, one of the actual singers, came forward in 1989 and revealed he was one of 3 vocalists who recorded the tracks. As the vocals were attributed to Fab Morvan and Rob Pilatus, things got messy fast. Morvan and Pilatus had to ultimately relinquish their Grammy, and lawsuits were sprung on them and Arista Records, citing consumer fraud protection laws. While Morvan recovered from the humiliation, Pilatus did not, as he grappled with substance use disorder until his death in 1998. Number 4. Kim Kardashian. In 2007, when Kim Kardashian was only semi-famous, rumors emerged about a sex tape made by her and her ex, Ray J.
Whatever we did in our private time was our private time.
In an interview with Complex magazine, she publicly denied that any sex tape was made. When the tape finally did get leaked, Nick called it quits, saying it was mostly the deception that pushed him away. Despite claiming she wouldn't release a sex tape for any amount of money, Kim is reported to have settled for a $5 million payout from Vivid Entertainment, and has long battled armchair speculation that she herself was directly involved in the leak. Number 3. Jussie Smollett. In January 2019, Smollett made headlines after claiming to have been the victim of a hate crime in Chicago. Smollett alleged that he was attacked by two individuals who hurled homophobic and racial slurs, doused him with an unknown chemical substance, and placed a noose around his neck. But as the Chicago PD investigated the incident, several inconsistencies in Smollett's story emerged. That was because it was all staged. Smollett was subsequently convicted of felony disorderly conduct for lying to the police, effectively derailing his career.
This was planned. This was premeditated.
Number 2. Brian Williams. In 2003, while on assignment in Iraq, Brian Williams was traveling on a military Chinook helicopter when the chopper ahead was hit by RPG fire. Williams reported a story to this effect at the time, but as the years passed, the story morphed until he was no longer a mere witness, but a victim of the attack. Williams chalked up the mistelling as a bungled attempt to thank a vet involved in the incident, an explanation that seemingly overlooked his past reimaginings of the event.
I was instead in a following aircraft.
The fallout was a 6-month suspension from NBC Nightly News, and a serious blow to his professional reputation. Number 1. Lance Armstrong. Cancer survivor and Tour de France champion Lance Armstrong always maintained that his legacy was drug-free. But in 2012, after years of denying charges to the contrary, the U.S. anti-doping agency determined that was a lie. By October of that year, Armstrong had forfeited prizes and awards dating back to 1998. He was stripped of all 7 Tour de France titles, and he was banned for life from Olympic sports. The IOC would later delete Armstrong's Olympic results and take back his bronze medal.
We'd all love to go back in life and have a few do-overs.